Welcome back to CryptosRUs. I am George. We're all George. So I have something amazing to show you. Amazing. I've been doing a lot of research on Ethereum, and there's some very interesting metrics, and there are some very eye-opening Ethereum calls, not only for the end of this year in December, but also for March of 2022. So let me show you why some option traders are so incredibly bullish on Ethereum, and hopefully we can hopefully we can understand by looking at some of the things I'm about to show you tonight. So thanks for tuning in. As always, smash the like, subscribe to the channel. 2 streams every day, 11:30 and 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. So make sure you hit that notification bell. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. No longer TikTok, and CryptosRUs.com. All right. Welcome, guys. Welcome. It's a slow night. I know a lot of people doing their usual Saturday night activity, or if you're from Asia or Australia, it may be the next day already. But for us in the US, kind of boring day, because everything just kind of going sideways, no big movement, not going up or down. But I do have some very exciting things to show you guys about Ethereum. Okay, number one, you know how there's a lot of headlines and a lot of questions being posed recently about whether or not Ethereum could possibly flip Bitcoin in terms of overall market cap and become the dominant leader. People have even asked me, when can we stop referring Ethereum as an altcoin? That's an interesting thought, because altcoin almost has like a negative connotation to it because it's not Bitcoin, right? But what if Ethereum becomes the big dog, surpasses Bitcoin in market cap? Do we no longer call Ethereum an altcoin? Do we start calling Bitcoin an altcoin? I would say that would be an interesting topic if that ever comes, right? But Ethereum definitely has been doing very well this year, and has been doing well over the last few years too, that I'll show you, at least compared to some of its peers, and also even compared to Bitcoin. But take a look at this. The number of Ether that is on the exchanges have dropped to a new low. It continues to drop and drop, and I gotta move my camera because now it's blocking things. Where's the camera? All right. So take a look. It just keeps dropping, despite the fact that there are some weakness right now. Ethereum did drop about 50% from 4,000 down to where it is, 2,100. But look at the reserves. It just keeps going down and down and down and down and down. So that's number one. Very interesting that, hey, there's a lot of buying. There's a lot of buying going on behind the scenes. Probably the OTC market. We have heard of some companies getting involved with Ethereum now. Mostly, I think it's due to DeFi. But you could see that the reserves for Ethereum just keeps dropping. Even though that the price has come down substantially, it keeps going down. And take a look at this one, all exchanges net flow. Okay, so this measures all the ETH coming in versus all the ETH going out. And you could definitely see a big chunk right here. If I zoom in, you could see there is a ton of ETH that is flowing from the exchanges, which explains why the reserves keeps going down, right? This is a big deal. This is a big deal. And besides the reserves decreasing more on the exchanges, well, there's other things that also is fantastic. For example, the number of ETH being staked, okay? This is the new ETH2 beacon chain, continues to rise. So this could contribute to why so much ETH is coming out of the exchanges. It doesn't explain it fully because the number coming out is like by the billions, okay? But there's over 6 million ETH that is locked into ETH 2.0. And this continues to go up. You notice that just because The price, going up initially didn't really affect this. It didn't there's no inverse correlation with the price. The number of ETH staked just continues to go higher and higher and higher and higher, right? It didn't go down because the price spiked up over here, right? When it went up to 4,000, it didn't spike up. It's still going. And when it went down, it still kept going, right? So now there's over 6.25 million ETH that's also locked in a beacon chain. That's also fantastic. That takes out a supply, right? And also look at these statistics. I got one right here. The number of unique addresses continue to skyrocket. There's no dip. There's no blip at all with Ethereum's price coming down. The number of new addresses continue to go up. More and more new addresses are being created each and every day. Now, you may be thinking, well, what if they're all empty addresses? Well, here's another one that from this article that I found that shows you the number of addresses that's holding ETH that has been holding for at least 1 year continues to rise. There is no dip with this at all. Even looking at April, May, June, July, right around April, May timeframe when things start coming down, the number of ETH holders continues to go up. It did not go down. May, June, July didn't dip at all. In fact, it kept increasing. Now this is over about 36 million addresses that held ETH at least for 1 year. So I mean, look at all these metrics for Ethereum. Shows you how strong it is. Why so many people now believe it can possibly flip Bitcoin. At one point in time, I even said it. I just don't believe anything can ever flip Bitcoin going forward, because Bitcoin is a store of value, ETH is inflationary, and there's a lot of competition. All the stuff that it was counterintuitive for it to surpass. But you could see with the number of holders increasing, with the supply actually decreasing because of people staking, and let's not forget DeFi, right? And EIP 1559 coming out. This is the reason why so many people are bullish on Ethereum. But that's not all. So I've said all these on-chain metrics looks pretty darn good, right? But what about option traders? This is where it gets really, really, really interesting. Option traders are starting to just bet the farm on Ethereum, okay? So usually when I show you guys this, like the options interest or the max pain price, I usually show it for Bitcoin. So I decided to pull it up for Ethereum, okay? So Ethereum right here, let me see if I can zoom in here, and hopefully this captures it. Okay. So it's cut off a little bit at the top, but this is showing the option calls, the calls and puts for the end of July. Okay, max pain price, this one right here says 2,400. I know it's cut off, but look at this. There is about 800 million calls for Ethereum to be at 3,000 by the end of July. Okay, so Ethereum is at 2,100. Majority of people, here's one at 2,800. 3,000, and it goes beyond. So majority of option traders, at least the bullish ones, are anticipating that Ethereum will be at least 3,000 by July 30. Now, that's not that interesting, not that far off. So I decided to scroll up all the way to, let's say, the end of the year. Where is it at the end of the year? Well, that's where it gets more interesting. You could see right here, there's $3.3 billion worth of calls, 28,000 contracts. That says Ethereum will be at 5,000. So it will be above the previous, 4,200, 4,300 high, right? A little bit above that. And there's a lot more people that's placing it. Right here, here's 1.2 billion at 8,000. Here's 1.3 billion at 10,000. And here's another one at 15,000, 20,000, 25,000. You could see most are anticipating that Ethereum will at least be 5,000 and going all the way up to to these insane figures, which I don't think is likely, but I've said if Bitcoin continues to go up in a big way, the rally continues, Ethereum will follow and go up exponentially higher. So this is showing a huge amount, $3.3 billion worth of calls at $5,000 by the end of this year. But that's not even the most interesting thing. As you saw from the thumbnail, this is what blew my mind. I just don't think that this is possible. But there are so many people that think this is what I'm showing you right now, end of March 2022. Okay, and you could see there's a lot of calls at 4,000, 5,000, 6,000, and keeps going. But take a look at this last figure. This is $1.5 billion. $1.5 billion. 15,000 contracts. That states that Ethereum will be at $50,000 by the end of 2022. This is an enormous amount of money. This is an enormous amount of money that some whale or whales put down to say that Ethereum will be at $50,000 or close to it by March of 2022. That is insane. That's insane, but there you go, right? So looking at option traders, look at these option calls, they're pretty bullish. By the end of this year, many are anticipating at least 5,000, going all the way up to as high as 10,000, 15,000, 25,000, right? But it gets more bullish because by March of 2022, some are expecting it to be as high as $50,000. So there you go. There you go. I don't honestly, my honest opinion, I don't think we're going to be anywhere close to this. There's no way I think this could happen unless like they become the next, Google or Amazon or something like that, or the next Microsoft by March of 2022, less than a year. I just don't see it happening, but there's a lot of option traders that are very, very bullish on it. Very bullish on it indeed. But overall, looking at everything that's going on, right, besides what option traders are thinking, you look at the net flows, right? The net flows from the exchanges, it's just increasing in terms of ETH coming out of the exchanges. You look at the overall reserve for ETH, it is just dropping, right? And then you look at other metrics like the addresses that keep going up, addresses that's holding ETH keeps going up. It does show you a lot of people are putting their faith and money into Ethereum and could really carry it really far going to December and going to March of next year. There you go. All right, that's pretty much what I wanted to say. Someone did tweet me this, Crypto saying, thank you. Remember that Crypto.com partnership with UFC, 10 years? Well, it started. You could see rings, the Octagon already has this padding, Crypto.com. Even their workout clothes or, whatever they wear before they take it off also says Crypto.com. Very big, very bold. I wonder how... because UFC has other sponsors, so I wonder if it's gonna be this prominent forever. I mean, this is pretty big. So I don't know how many of you guys are getting the pay-per-view tonight with McGregor and his other fight. So thank you. Just want to show you guys that. What else is there? Lastly, for those of you guys that like ItrustCapital, you want to trade with your Roth IRA, your IRA, or your 401k, well, ItrustCapital just added AAVE, one of the hottest DeFi projects there is. And in fact, they have just reached $2 billion in trade volume within 2 years. And within this year alone, they have added so many other projects. So besides AAVE that they just added, they have Polygon, Yearn, Sushi, EOS, Stellar, Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash, Dogecoin, Compound, Uniswap, Polkadot, Cardano, Chainlink, Ethereum, and Bitcoin. That's a lot. So those of you guys that are investing long term and you don't want to worry about taxes, you may want to think about ItrustCapital. Just want to let you guys know. And my link is in the description of this video. All right, guys. That's it. Nice and short. Let's do a quick Q&A. Hello Orel says, I thought the thumbnail, looking at a thumbnail and it wasn't playing. It's true. Philip says, Ethereum and Cardano are grossly underpriced. Well, a lot of people think that about Cardano, and a lot of people also think that that's not true for Cardano. Some people are getting antsy, waiting for Cardano to be done, but they have done tremendously well, very loyal base. But Ethereum is definitely gaining a ton of attention recently. And I even said earlier this year, I said, watch out. Binance Coin, Binance Smart Chain was doing so well with DeFi, especially because of congestion issues, right? I said, hey, Binance Coin may even flip Ethereum this year. But things have certainly changed for Ethereum. Not so much for Binance Coin, but Ethereum has just gotten stronger and stronger and stronger. And now with institutions and public trade companies that's also getting involved, mostly because they want to get ahead of the DeFi wave, right? And almost every DeFi project that's out there is built with, built on top of Ethereum or utilizing a ERC20 token. So that's why everyone is trying to FOMO in Ethereum at this point. Marcus, appreciate that. August 4th, that's the set day or proposed date of EIP 1559. I think that's the date they'll go with, but we have seen these kind of proposals get pushed back due to some technical difficulty or needing more time. So we'll see, but August 4th is when that is supposed to be rolled out. And so far, I haven't heard of any pushback, because at first it was like a lot of rumors about miners not liking it because the amount they make will drop substantially with EIP 1559. So there was some rumblings about maybe they're going to push back on it. I haven't heard anything recently. So it seems like everyone is on board. John Vito, well, yeah, if you haven't paid attention, I think all these things are going to drive Ethereum much higher. Much higher. Why do I hate CRO? Why do I hate? I don't hate CRO. I just brought this up. Why would I hate CRO? Crypto.com is fine. I just don't know the amount they paid, if they're going to get that back in terms of users, but they're doing just fine. They have a lot of things going for them. All right, what else is there? Someone says Omi Pokemon confirmed. That would be big if they got exclusive rights to make Pokemon NFTs. I mean, they already have Marvel, DC. They have like a lot like movie stuff. Even in the NFL, they could get Pokemon. That'll be fantastic. Miracle says if Bitcoin goes to 400,000, ETH could 50,000 could be reasonable. Well, here's another thing. I forgot to show you guys this. Right, so looking at Ethereum overall, how strong it has been. If you look at last 24 hours, about the same. You go back 7 days, about the same, but Ethereum is a little bit down. Okay, now you go back a month, Bitcoin has been doing well, but then you go back 3 months, you can see this is where Ethereum starts separating from Bitcoin. It does show you Ethereum is very strong. Bitcoin being down almost 43% for the top. Ethereum is about even, right? And then you go back 6 months, Ethereum is still up 77% versus negative 11% for Bitcoin, right? And then you go back 1 year, ETH is up 780% versus 261% for Bitcoin. And here's what's amazing. If you go 5 years, Bitcoin does surpass Ethereum by about 50%, which is good. But then you go back 5 years, and then you'll see Bitcoin's up 5,000%, while Ethereum is up almost 20,000%. So there's been up and downs for Ethereum. But overall, it does show you that Ethereum is pretty strong, and it's definitely here to stay, right? So going forward, can we still see a multiplier? Can it decouple from Bitcoin and really stand on its own and gain faster than Bitcoin? It could. It definitely could. Will it flip with Bitcoin? That's the question. I'm hesitant to call that, right? But if Ethereum does somehow continue to execute flawlessly, continue to get new DeFi NFT projects on board, right? And the market continues to do well, and they finally get Ethereum 2.0 and they somehow solve their scalability issue altogether, then yeah, the sky's the limit for Ethereum. Mo asks, what is the closest thing to ETH? Closest thing to ETH is Binance Chain. Binance Smart Chain, which is Binance Coin. You could argue that it's Cardano, but they're not done yet. But when Cardano is done, maybe they could be a better version of Ethereum. But then you have the big boys like Polkadot, Polygon, Solana. Solana is also doing very well, but they're not really that close to Ethereum in terms of the number of dApps. All right, last few questions. Someone said XRP, you can buy XRP at Uphold. I didn't know that. Uphold is straight. No one talks about Uphold, but they're like, I don't even know what to call it. They're like a financial services company, but like Brave uses Uphold when you get rewarded with BAT. And if you want to convert, you could do so with Uphold. But yeah. You could buy XRP on Uphold if you wanted to. You could buy on KuCoin. Best wallet to store coins on. I mean, the safest ones are hardware wallets like Ledger or Treasure. But you have non-custodial mobile wallets like Trust Wallet and Coinbase Wallet. Everyone gets confused about Coinbase Wallet, thinking, oh, it's Coinbase. No, it's actually separate, like a separate thing. Although you can tie your Coinbase account to it. But Trust Wallet is the one that most people look at, and it's really good. You can create multiple wallets, and you have security built in, and it supports thousands and thousands of coins, right? And non-custodial means that they don't store, the keys is with you on the phone. It's not stored in their server. So look into them. Thoughts on Ultra? I've been noticing they've been holding up. Well, they just launched their mainnet. So Ultra is a decentralized gaming platform. So they've been hyped up. They have some big partnerships. They're not even going to just concentrate on games, although that's the main thing, that you could buy and sell games. But they're also into streaming and tournaments and stuff like that. They have partnership with Theta too. So they're kind of trying to do everything. The introduction ad to your video had Neil Patrick Harris depositing $20 into a coin flip and calling it cool. It's like a commercial. I don't know. All right. Last few questions. Exodus wallet, yes. KuCoin, no issues, yes. Waltz Finance, I have not used it yet, so can't tell you much. Yeah, if you want to stake Cardano, you could do it in many places, but find a pool that you like. Most pools, all Cardano pools, pay out about 5%. So, but check out Swag Stake Pool if you want to think about staking your Cardano. Cartesi, it's like a layer 2 for Ethereum. I mean, it has promise. It's listed on Coinbase, but can't tell you outside of that what really separates them. It just seems like they're a fast layer 2 that's really concentrating on DeFi, and they have some Oracle capability built in. It could be good. Could be good. Constellation pumping past all-time highs. Maybe FOMO for a 250K needed for a node. That's a lot needed. Is it just a node or a master node? It sounds like it's a master node. I've heard a lot about Constellation. You know, they're concentrating. Wow, they had a big jump today. They must have signed some big partnership. But people have asked me about Constellation. They're a fast ledger, mostly catered to businesses and large enterprises. That's what they're really all about, trying to get some big contracts with like the U.S. Air Force and I forgot this other big company that they're trying to sign or may have signed. But yeah, they're interesting. They're interesting. I just don't know how they really separate themselves, other than I think they're really focused on security, privacy, and that's why they're catering to like the big boys, right? So today they did well. I don't know why. Maybe they signed up someone big. I have to look into it. But they are on KuCoin. That also helps them quite a bit. Nice catch. Nice catch, Ryan. Yes, I do need a vacation. I definitely need a vacation. All right, guys. I'll let you guys go. Have your Saturday night or Sunday morning back. But you know what? It blew my mind. I just want to show you guys these option calls, especially for March of 2022, and even the one ending in December of this year. It's crazy calls out there, especially the one that is nearing $1.5 billion in terms of contracts, and this one whale or whales think that Ethereum has a chance to get to 50,000 for Ethereum. That is just mind-blowing. We will see if that happens, right? All right, guys. Besides that, that's it. Overall, I know the market is holding and it's kind of boring, going sideways. But you know, all the things I showed you about Ethereum, so it tells you everything you need to know. The number keeps dropping on exchanges. The number of addresses keep going up. You know, the number that's being staked keeps going up. These are all good things. These are all fantastic things. All right, thanks for tuning in. Smash a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys tomorrow, 8:30 p.m. No, 11:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. All right, have a good one, guys.